Hello, amazing people. Welcome to the Rising Again podcast. I believe you guys have had a fruitful week. I believe the mercies of God has been with all of you, and let's dig into it. So today, I just want to talk about something that sounds very simple, yet you'll find that most people tend to struggle with it. And I don't know, maybe I should have read the Bible. There's a verse in the Bible that talks about the idea that cleanliness is next to godliness. Okay, so this might look very simple. It might look like something so abstract. Yet you'll find that most of us, especially men or young men, tend to fail at it. And something I realized about life is that how you keep your space tend to define how your thoughts are organized. Everything about you is determined by how you keep your private space. Like when I come to your place, if you invite your friends over, do you have to plan first of all cleaning the place prior, or you can just invite them impromptu? So how do you organize yourself? Both your private space and grooming. So I want to talk about very simple things that we can apply to make ourselves look presentable and to also give a good first impression. So, and this is very simple. You don't need a lot of money to do this. Just with your current level of income, just with your current status, you can focus on this. Okay, so let's dig into it. And first of all, when you wake up in the morning, first of all, you need to brush your teeth. So many people miss out on this. Some people wake up and the first thing they do is check their phones. They have not even gotten out of their bed and they're already feeding their minds with these dopamine thrills. And this tends to dictate a mood of laziness. So you have an attitude of laziness because you feel like you've already conquered the day. Just imagine our primate, or let's talk of our ancestors who used to live in the caves. They would wake up and stay hungry on an empty stomach, go and hunt. That's when they would come back to eat. But with this modern world, everything is available at convenience. So we've really calculated a culture of comfort zone. Like you just want to stay in your comfort zone. You don't want to face your edge or do something that would stretch you. So that is what we are talking about. Stop waking up and the first thing you're doing in the morning is touching your phone. And I'll all stress on this. Number two, after you brush your teeth, you need to make your bed. So many men, I feel disgusted anyway, that you just wake up and go on with your normal routine, just like nothing happened, and you forgot to fix your bed. Fix your bed. That is something that will tend to help you, first of all, have a clarity of thoughts. It organizes your mind. I think it's a book written by she's called Maria Kondo. Oh, yeah, I don't know. You can go and check out her channel on YouTube. She talks about hygiene, clutter, and everything. So fix your bed. Make sure that when you come back in the evening, you look at your bed and say, like you'll feel good about, the military are trained about this. This is something that the military are trained to do. And you could wonder why fixing the beds is something so important that the military always stress on this. It's an aspect of discipline and organization, like having a clutter or having a place that is organized. So fix your bed. Okay, number three. So let's say you've woken up, you've brushed your teeth, you've fixed your bed. The next thing I need you to do is to take a shower. Most likely take a cold shower, especially for men. It's just healthy. Like when you take cold showers, most of the times it affects your testicles, which means that your testosterone will kind of be affected in a way. So take a cold shower in the morning. You don't need to take warm showers. That is mediocrity. Take cold showers. Okay, so what is the other point? You find that some people tend to leave their dishes after eating. They leave their dishes overnight, then they come back to wash them in the morning. And you find that your place has a lot of roaches. Your place is just it looks pathetic because yourself, you are also chaotic. So you're just inviting, the law of attraction says you attract who you are. So you're attracting bad things in your life because yourself, like, you can't attract good things. Technically, let's say you are just attracting bad things. Yeah. Wash your dishes before you go to bed. That is something I forgot to talk about. It should be technically the first thing, or let me just get into it. So, make sure you wash your dishes, you keep them neat. You clean your house, fix everything, put everything where it's supposed to be. You know, this episode looks very simple, but so many people, even ladies, have a problem with hygiene. And I was just thinking about this. You know, I was this type of person that was raised just in an organized way. And if you come to my place, like, you just see it. Everything about my space is just organized. I love organizing everything about my life. Not that I'm perfect, but I do my best. So I would challenge you to also get into it. Make sure you clean your house. Put everything in order. Let me not come to your place, or don't invite your friends then. It's now the moment that you need to struggle so hard to fix everything, to put everything in perspective, to put everything in the right order. It means that you're just faking. You've ever gone on a date with a girl and, okay, how they look, it's like they struggled so much to fix or to make themselves look presentable. Because the ideal version of the person they are is just chaotic. Yeah. So, fix your place. Make sure everything is put in the right order. If you have clothes, maybe you don't have a closet, but make sure you iron your clothes before you dress. For example, you can see it is just a simple shirt, but well ironed. I have this, you can't technically see my trousers, but my pair of trousers are well ironed. Just look presentable. Make sure your clothes are folded, put in the closet, or if you don't have a closet, put in the suitcase, so that your place is organized. It gives you the motivation to do something productive rather than just staying there and being lazy. So you wonder why you feel so anxious, you feel depressed, when your space itself just gives you that mood of being depressed. When someone comes to your house, you ate bananas, you left the banana peels on the table, or you still left them in your litter bin, you've never bothered about disposing of that litter, your bed is still a mess, your dishes have not been washed, your clothes have not been folded, they are scattered everywhere, on your chair, on your bed. Bro, style up, man. You see, men don't need to be untidy. You know, they tend to associate men with untidiness, but no. I've literally seen men who are organized, and myself, I'm also this type of man that is very particular with the way I organize my things. So, let's unlearn this notion. The next thing I talked about, grooming. Before you dress up, look for something that matches up. Don't wear oversized clothes. You see, it's not oversized. You know, someone would technically say, Sam is speaking about oversized clothes and is wearing an oversized shirt. My shirt it's not too oversized. The hands are kind of big and I couldn't trim them. So anyway, look for something presentable. You don't need to wear designers. There's this time I was fighting so hard to prove a point, and I would struggle to buy outfits. But when I realized that I could look presentable in just a simple way, I learned to do it better. So, take your clothes, iron them before you dress up. Then the next thing, make sure that before you get out, you polish your shoes, you comb your hair. Most men don't comb their hair. You find a man in the streets. Yeah, I've suffered this before. I remember there's a time I was presenting in my class when I was in 4th year. That was my final year. And my lecturer asked me something about my hair. You know, at that time, it really didn't sound critical, but I came to realize that I really gave off a bad impression about myself. And that is something that I still regret to date. It was like kind of a lifestyle, you know, this ragged hair and everything. But I just learned this is all useless on. It's just a stupidity. It's just a weird mentality. Like, comb your hair, man. Look at my hair. Learn from me. You can see the hair is combed. It looks presentable. Like, you just give people the energy of wanting to talk to you because someone looks at you and they know this is a person who knows who they are. You don't just look scattered. Your shirt is white but it turned brown because you don't wash it well. Your pants have faded like zimechapa. They've been really scorched by the sun to the extent that someone can't tell the difference in the color. I know it's hard out here, but look for these vintage trousers. If you go to Riverside, you buy them at 200. You come and trim them. You look presentable in 300, and someone looks at you and they feel good because you just literally know yourself. So iron your clothes. Look for the right match. You don't look for a test like you know what looks good on you. You could literally tell there's a time you wear something and you're really confident, and there are times you really feel off, like you don't feel you are in your own skin because you've wear something that, or you've worn, it's not wear, sorry, a whole lawyer talking like, you've worn something that is not in the match with your own skin. So look for something that matches your skin. Look for something that makes you feel confident about yourself, then dress up. Make sure you polish your shoes, or if there are spots, you wipe them. You don't just wear shoes that have not been washed, okay? Then you don't walk in. This is also about grooming. Walk like a person who is confident. As I was reading 12 Rules for Life, it's a book written by Professor Jordan B. Peterson. He says, stand up straight with your shoulders. Stand up straight with your shoulders high. So you find people in the streets walking like they literally gave up on life some 50 years ago, and they are only 20. Like, you gave up on life 50 years ago and you're 20. So I wonder, are you a reincarnation of someone else? Like, when you walk in the streets, walk like this. Like, your head should be high. Look like someone who has life. Someone who has a loving God. Like, God loves you and He's already given you a new identity and an assurance. I know maybe you're struggling with depression and trauma. Face that. Gradually, you'll become a better person. So walk in the streets like, you walk like someone looks at you and they say, hey, this guy is egotistical. Sometimes ego helps. Yeah. Be egotistical, not in the pathetic or the brutal way, but a person who knows their worth. So that no one downplays you, no one literally fucks you up, Yeah, I know using the F word is not good for Christians, but yeah, it came off. There's a time I used to listen to a lot of trap music. So it's literally like I'm trying to get it out of my mind. So, okay. Walk with your head straight. Don't bend like you're walking. You are walking, you feel depressed. Walk like this. Your shoulders here, they're high. And you don't need to smile anyway. Like, for ladies, there's a time I met a lady. Just a random girl in the streets. And they looked at me, but the kind of frowned face they are having. You wonder, hey, bana, kwani do I know you, ama did I wrong you in any way? Why are you looking at me this way? Smile, ladies, smile. When you walk in the streets, ladies, smile. This attracts men. You're wondering why you've never attracted any dude into your life. And that is, I'm talking about people who are ready for dating for marriage. You're wondering why you've never attracted any good person into your life. But when you walk in the streets, you walk like a Taliban. Frowned, you're not happy. So how do you attract a good man when you're just showing off an energy of someone who has given up on themselves? Yeah, walk like a person who is confident in their own skin. Like, when I walk like this and I'm, at least I smile sometimes, but I'm very serious. Men don't need to smile every time. Are you gay? Why are you smiling? Smile when someone looks at you, at least now. You nod your head and you say, yeah, I see you and I recognize you. But when you're walking, don't walk while scrolling your phone. Stop, scroll the phone, then continue. but walk with your head high. So technically, I know there are a number of things I needed to talk about, but I said about cluttering your space, wearing good and clean clothes. You don't need to wear the expensive designers. Fixing your space, combing your hair, brushing your teeth in the morning, fixing your bed. Yeah, so with that in mind, this was a very short podcast. But keep your place tidy. And until next time, my guys, I appreciate. By that, you can kindly share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you guys next time. May the love of God and the peace of the Holy Spirit keep you and preserve you. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.